Hello everybody, this is Mr. Payne. Welcome to physical education class. And today our topic we're going to talk about is throwing. Throwing is used in a lot of sports, and I want you to think right now, take a second, what sports have as part of their skills throwing? So take a second, think about what sports involve throwing. Go ahead. Did you come up with a few? Okay. I came up with a few. You got baseball, you got football, you got soccer, goalkeepers work on throwing and rolling, bowling works on rolling. So there's a lot of different activities that involve throwing, and so it's really important that you're able to practice throwing and become comfortable throwing so that you can play those games as you get older, because those are some fun activities that you can be involved in. So throwing is really important. Now, with that, there are two kinds of throws that we're going to talk about and we're going to discuss as we go along. First one is underhand. That's usually the easier of the two. Okay? The second kind is the overhand, which we'll talk about later. We'll get in depth with overhand coming up later. But we're going to talk about underhand. Now, before I talk about this, how to do underhand throw, I want to talk about what equipment you can use, because I know all of you, or most of you, are at home. Taking physical education at home, so people have different types of equipment. So what could you use? First off, you can find pretty much any kind of ball you can use to throw. I have this one, a squishy ball that you could use. If you don't have a squishy ball, you could simply use something like a tennis ball. Okay? If you don't have a tennis ball or any kind of ball like that, you could take, and if you have like a stuffed animal or a bean bag you could use, this is my bear here. Okay, stuffed animal, you could use that and throw it and catch it and toss it. So you can use that. But for those of you that don't have any, and you're like, Mr. Payne, I just don't have any equipment at home. Okay, not a big deal. Here's something that you guys have socks. Okay, you can just ball up a nice pair of socks and make a nice ball out of it, and super easy, just like a ball. Okay, you can toss it, you can throw it, you can even roll it on the ground. Okay, so you take a sock, and I'm actually going to use the sock today so that you can see just how good a sock ball is compared to just a normal ball. So it doesn't make a difference. So everybody should have some form of equipment. So before I start to talk about the specifics of underhand toss and roll, I would like you to get a piece of equipment. Okay, and I'm going to let's give you about 30 seconds or so to go quickly grab a piece of equipment and be ready to go. Ready? Go. Okay, everybody should have their piece of equipment ready. You should have a sock ball if you don't, or a regular ball. Oh, the other thing I meant to say is you can even take a crumbled piece of paper, and you can use a crumbled piece of paper and toss. Okay, so now we've talked about, we're going to do underhand tossing today. Okay, when you do underhand tossing, I came up with, there's 4 words to make it really, really, really simple for you. Okay, here's the words. Ready? You're going to say it with me after you hear them. Ready? The first word is tick. The second word is talk. The third word is step. And then the fourth word is rock. So it sounds like this. Tick, tock, step, rock. Tick, tock, step, rock. Ready? Say it with me. Tick, tock, step, rock. One more time. Tick, tock, step, rock. Pretty cool, huh? Super easy. Everybody should get that. So let me walk through what each word means. Okay? The first one is tick. Tick is just simply to get the ball ready to throw. So you're getting ready. And when you're getting ready for underhand, you want to make sure you face the target. So if I were to be throwing it to you or tossing it to you, I would want to face you. If I wanted to toss that direction, I would simply turn and face that direction so that I can toss it in that direction. Okay? Question for you. If I wanted to toss it that direction, which way would I face? If you guessed face that way, you are correct. So I would turn and face this way. So you always want to face your target. That's the first thing. That's tick. So ball's ready, facing your target, ready to go. That's tick. Now, talk, think about when you do underhand, your arm is making, first off, what letter does underhand start with? It starts with the letter U. Well, here's a hint. Your arm is going to make the shape of a U. It's going to go down, back, so it makes the shape. If you look, it looks like the shape of a letter U as my arm goes back and forth when I do an underhand motion. So when you do your tick, you're ready. Ta is when I bring my arm back and behind me like this. Okay, and now I'm ready. So I have tick, tock. Now the next one is step. Okay, this is probably the most important step for an underhand toss or roll. Okay, because you need to step with the correct foot. Okay, you're going to step with something called the opposite foot. Okay, everybody say opposite, opposite foot. Okay, your opposite foot, and I'm going to have to lower the camera for this so you can see my body. Your opposite foot, okay, everybody look here. If I'm throwing with my left hand, okay, my opposite foot is on the opposite side. It's the right foot. So if you're throwing with your left hand, you're stepping with your right foot, okay? If you're throwing it with your right hand, you're going to step with your left foot out in the front. It's called your opposite. Now, I'm going to give you an easy trick to help you remember. And it's called the leg test. You're going to do the leg test. And watch, this is the leg test, super easy. You're going to take the ball, and you're going to bring it down at your side like this, and you're going to tap your leg. You say, well, what does that have to do with it? The leg that it's touching is not your opposite foot. So when you're tapping your leg, the leg that it's touching is the wrong foot. So what you're going to do is you're going to look across it to the opposite foot, the one that it's not touching. And that is your opposite foot. Okay, so when you do step, that's the foot you're stepping with. Okay, so you're stepping with the ball that's not touching, the leg that's not touching. Okay, so let's review. We have tick, tock, step, and then rock is when we actually roll or throw the ball. So tick, tock, step, and rock as brings it forward to throw it. Okay, so let's review. 4 words. Everybody say tick, tock, step, rock. We talked about opposite foot. If you're not sure of the opposite foot, we did the leg test. Tap your leg. You step with the one ball, the leg that it's not touching as you're tossing it, and then rock is when you actually toss or roll the object. So we have it done. It's tick, tock, step, rock. Okay? Super easy. So what I want you to do is I want you, without your ball, I want you to practice the tick, tock, step, rock. So you'll find a spot, away from your computer, tick, tock, step, rock. And then you get back, tick, tock, step, rock. I want you to practice. But let's practice with me. Ready? Everybody stand up. Okay. Stand. Face your target. You're going to go that way. Everybody tick, bring your arms up. Tock, bring your arm back. Step with your opposite foot and rock. Okay? One more time. Tick, tock, step, rock. One more time. Tick, tock, step, rock. Okay? Super, super easy. Okay? I want you to practice with your ball in your hand, but do not roll or throw it. And I just want you to practice for 30 seconds. Tick, tock, step, rock. Tick, tock, step, rock. Okay? I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Go ahead and practice. All right, hopefully you had some time to practice now. Practice the underhand tick, tock, step, rock. Now we're going to put into an activity to see how well you do. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a basket of some sort. I have a simple laundry basket. Okay, I'm sure there's some kind of basket, a trash can, laundry basket, just something, a bucket that you can throw something in so it can land inside the bucket. Okay, and then obviously you have the ball that you used. Okay, you can also use something for a starting line. You can use a shirt. You can put a line down, mark a line, just so you know where you're going to go. I'm going to use a spot. Put a spot that looks like this on the floor just to show me where I'm throwing from. Okay, so it's going to set up like this. I'm going to put it down. Let's move it back a little bit so everybody can see. Okay, and then you're going to take 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to make sure I'm in the camera. So now I put my spot down. Okay? Now, how far away you are from your basket can be how good you think you are. But let's start with 5 steps. If you throw it into the basket and you make 5 successful throws, then you can move your spot back. Let's go 2 steps back as you make 5 successful throws. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your ball, you're going to go stand on the spot, and you're going to see how many times you can underhand toss it in the basket in 1 minute. Okay, so you're going to stand on your spot. Okay, tick, tock, step, rock, and into the basket. Okay, then you're going to run and get it. You're going to bring it back. On your spot, tick, tock, step, rock, in your basket. And you're going to run and get it. And you run back. And you're going to continue doing tick, tock, step, rock for 1 minute. And you get 1 point every time you make it in the basket. How many points can you get in 1 minute? Okay? Go ahead and get your basket, get your sock or ball ready, and let's see how many times that you can do it in 1 minute. Ready? Begin. All right, welcome back. How did you guys do? Hopefully you did really well. Hopefully you made it in the basket a few times. If you didn't, okay, remember, tick, tock, step, rock. Okay, practice, 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 practice. Don't ever give up. Just keep practicing. That's how you get better. That's how we do everything. So, very nice job. So let's review our 4 words. Everybody say tick, tock, step, rock. One more time. Tick, tock, step, rock. Okay? Remember, opposite foot. Okay, if you're not sure which one the opposite foot is, take the ball in your throwing hand, tap your leg, you step with the one that the ball is not touching. It's called leg test. Okay, so we have opposite foot. Okay, so that's what I want you to remember. So your homework is to practice the game that we just played with the basket. I want you to do that again and see if you can beat your old score. Okay, some ways that you can make it harder is you can move the basket back further from or your spot further away from the basket, which makes it harder. Do that every 5 consecutive 5 points you make, you move it back 2 steps. Okay, you can make it harder by throwing it with your opposite hand. So that if you throw left hand, try it with your right hand. That can make it more challenging. Okay, and then the last thing you could do is you can play against another person, have a competition. Bring your mom and dad and have them say, hey, I'm going to play you, and see if you guys can have a competition. Okay, so those are ways that you can make it harder. Okay, so I appreciate you guys doing this, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun practicing. And next time we're going to talk about overhand throwing. We're going to show you how overhand is, how we do that. So thank you for your listening, and I hope you have a good week and a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.